Hi, my name is Jeremy Jimenez, and this is the first video reaction for human resources management class. Um, I have to have this mask on because where I'm doing this video, which is like the only quiet place I can find, is a kitchen, and we have to have a mask on 24/7, or else my RA is gonna yell at me. So yeah, but I think you guys can hear me well with the mic and the headphones, so I guess we'll just jump straight into it. So in this first video, it was done by Dr. Michelle Hebel, and she starts off the video proclaiming herself as a feminist, and she talks about the majority of the video, the different types of discrimination that goes on in our society, and she does an experiment to test the amount of discrimination and what causes the discrimination, and generally it was split into two types of discrimination: interpersonal discrimination and formal discrimination. And I'll talk about each of those later. But Dr. Michelle, she went to college in Texas, and she went to a all girls school, and she talks about her first encounter with like actual like men and how different genders are treated when she was at the gas station, and she asked why he locked the doors in the car, and it was because she didn't want anyone to steal her. So like, it was really interesting to me to hear that story because it's coming, if I like me being in her shoes, coming from like a all girls college, and then going into the real world and facing like the actual realization that women can be, or you can be like taken, or dangerous things, bad things can happen to women like that in just random places. And it's like crazy, like, damn, like this is the society we live in. But so she goes on to her study to tell between interpersonal discrimination and formal discrimination. And interpersonal discrimination would be stuff like discrimination in a conversation that is noticed. So like a lack of eye contact. Like they're short with their words. They're just kind of like negative when you're talking to them. So like this type of discrimination can't really be like written on paper or proven. It's kind of like the in the moment type of thing. Like just plain out being rude to somebody because of maybe their physical appearance, their gender, their weight, stuff like that. And formal discrimination is stuff like job availability, job callback, or permission to complete an application, or like permission to use the bathroom, stuff like that. So that's actual like instances of discrimination. And again, because of someone's gender, weight, age, stuff like that. So in her experiment, she sends in into the same store two um, two people with a hat that says like "Go Texas" and another hat that says like "Gay Pride" or something like that. And the one that had gay pride, that had on, received interpersonal and formal discrimination, and the one who didn't received less discrimination. And it's like kind of obvious why that is, because you see someone with like a gay a gay pride shirt or hat, some people may look at that and be like, oh, I don't want this guy working here, I don't want to talk to this person, he's gay or something like that. And they might already, without even meeting you or knowing who you are, they might already like have a pretty good understanding of what you already think about them in a negative way, which is completely wrong. But the realization is that's society we live in, and it sucks. It really does. And yeah, it's like it is what it is. And I thought the study was really interesting, and it kind of reminded me of like things like back in high school. Me and my friend, who was also black and who was also Caribbean, just like me, we were cousins, and we would like be in the same class. and we would ask for, like say like we ask for help on the homework or ask to go to the bathroom. And when we'd ask to go to the bathroom, she'd always be like rude to us. She'd be like, "You every single class, you always want to ask to go to the bathroom. You hurry up." Stuff like if someone's already out, they wouldn't let us. Like she was really strict with us, letting us go to the bathroom. And then with other people like females or like like um like other students, she would have no problem. We'd always notice and we'd always like laugh about it, but we didn't think too much of it. But thinking of like all this activity and this all study makes you really think like, wow, like technically I kind of felt like discriminated, but I want to say I don't know why. I'm not gonna say why because I want to just assume, but I just thought it was like I'm kind of used to it. Like we're kind of used to it, and this doesn't happen to people. Like just doesn't happen to me. It happens to everybody, whether like even like in the video, people or women that were pregnant or that were overweight were discriminated against. So this is like no longer a conversation of being discriminated of your gender or your race, like if you're black or white or stuff like that. This is just anything, and it really opens your eyes and like broadens your point of view of things. Like how do you think about people? What if yourself is doing some discrimination without even knowing? Like say you're a boss and a pregnant woman walks in and you treat her differently than if a young male walks in. Like why did you do that? Like is it wrong to do that? Because maybe if a pregnant lady's working for you, it's more like she can't work as much. She has time that she has to give to the kids, babysitting stuff like that. Is it just like more of a hassle to hire someone that's pregnant than that's just a young white male, a single male that's just looking to work? Like these are factors that people automatically think of, and I think technically that's discriminating. But then like, is it right or wrong? Because I don't know. It's like it's hard for me. I don't know. But and I thought it was really interesting when she says like how to help or like how to solve the problem. And I like that she said condemn discrimination because that's something that's hard. It's hard to like step forth and really like stop whatever's going on because then you're just changing the whole mood in a room. And I know that's hard, but like if you can do it, that's a good step because then people will check themselves next time they discriminate. But then she says like you can't legislate not smiling, which is I thought was like facts. Like if you no matter how many laws you put in place to stop discrimination, will it really stop it? Because you can't really control somebody to like other people or just to treat them normally. It's kind of messed up that that's an actual thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and it's hard. But I don't know. I feel like our generation we changed a lot of that. Like we're kind of pretty open. We're not really like have one point of view and just stick to that point of view. We kind of have an open-minded generation, so I feel like change is coming, but not really with legislations, but like just the way of a culture and how we think. And I think that in the future it will be better. And wherever I work at and wherever I get into, I'm definitely gonna try to do my best to help it. Because no matter what your beliefs are or anything like that, right is right and wrong is wrong, and someone should have an equal chance of success as the next person. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. See you next week.